Aaron. I'm 26, living in Liverpool. My first tattoo done unofficially in the studio was when I was 15. I started tattooing when I was 18, legally anyway, should we say, so I had roughly about 10 years experience. My dad and his friend, they both bought a tattoo machine between them when I was a kid, and they were messing about on each other. My dad got a lot of tattoos. It's just like a memory sort of thing. Yeah. Watched my dad tattoo himself. I just got my first when I was 14, which I know it's bad. It was a heart on my wrist. It was quite like an adult decision really. It's not like something like, I've not covered it up neither. The process, it's different for every client I think. Every situation is completely different. I tend to do a lot of cover-ups myself. I enjoy the challenge of cover-up. I'll get sent like a design, someone else will show me something they want covering up and we'll talk through it. Every process is different. Sometimes you can draw it up on the spot, design it from scratch, which I prefer doing as well, you know, doing something completely custom. It just makes it new and different every single time. Literally, I think the first people that got tattoos were probably by mistake, thousands and thousands of years ago. Someone probably cut themselves with a piece of wood with a bit of charcoal on the end, and it went from there. They found mummies, didn't they? It's like charcoal under the skin and stuff like that, you know, it ain't from thousands of years ago, from the Egyptians. We'll never really know. For all we know, Jesus could have had a sleeve, a back piece. It's as crazy as that, no one would ever really know. People can bring up a scientific reason as to why the ink sits between layers of skin and you're constantly shedding the top layers of skin. But I think when it comes down to it, it's just like, how do we breathe? You know, why does everything exist? You know, it's a weird situation. I see a lot of my stuff as like, yeah, I got that design because I like it, but it was a specific time in my life I was going through that I got it, sort of thing. To me that could be like a diary sort of thing. You look back 5, 10, 50 years from now and look at that tattoo and you'll remember that specific time, reason you got it, who you were with.
My name is Simona. I'm from Lithuania, but I've been in Liverpool for around 3 years, and that's the whole time I've been tattooing here. Tattooing is more like, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. Well, I really like things that are permanent, that are there. For example, when I've started drawing, it never felt like, you know, I like it, or, you know, that I'm putting 100%, you know, myself into it. It was always like, I can make something different, you know, I can erase it. And it was never good. None of my drawings were ever good. And then I tried to tattoo basically, and that mindset that is permanent, that you cannot, you know, mess up, it just brought out the best qualities of me basically. So that's why I fell in love with it, and you know. Well, tattoos used to have like loads of meanings, and you know, like for example in Sailor Jerry time, like the American traditional one, when a sailor goes overseas and he gets a rose with the name of his, you know, lover, or for his mom and dad when they're going to war, stuff like that. Now it's becoming more of an art form, like watercolor tattoos for example, which are abstract tattoos, which are basically only blocks of some color or splashes. So as long as you're ready to experiment and, you know, express yourself, I think a tattoo can have a meaning only to you. It can have a meaning, you know, to everybody, you know, to see like, you know, arrows with a name, for example, even. So every story is different because, you know, every skin for us is a canvas that we're trying to put our best to it. Like collaborating with a customer, hearing his own story and then bringing it to it.